guys!
Welcome to our vlog, and this is Ben and Bean.
And we're gonna talk, it's about biases and policies. Ben, for your opinion, what is biases?
Biases are preconceived notions that influence judgment and decision, often leading to the unfair treatment. And how about you, Bean? What do you think about policies?
Policies are error in reasoning that make an argument or invalid or misleading.
Oh, okay. And guys, this is the example of policies and biases.
Nakita po yun ng mga tao sa kanto na lumapit si Don Kevin sa pwesto ko. Magpapalit tayo ng report, makakaitig ka din na agad yun.
Good afternoon, officer. I'm sure this is a small issue. Ayoko nang malaking pa. Baka naman pwede namin i-settle quietly.
Aling Rosa, mukhang kulang sa ebidensya yung pinay natin report. Wala tayong solid proof, kaya we'll have to release. Ano po? May testigo. Ba't parang ang bilis naman po ng desisyon? Sorry po, pero yun po yung nasa plano. Kaya pala ganun. Kahit may kasalanan, basta may pera, ligtas.
Welcome to our vlog, and this is Ben and Bean. And now, let's gonna talk about short film called Money Talks. It shows a real problem still happens in today's bias.
Aling Rosa lost her goods and asked for the police for help. There were witnesses, but then Kevin, a rich man, came and gave something to the officer. And suddenly the case was dropped. So, what bias do we see here? The officer protected Kevin just because he had money.
And since Don Kevin looked powerful and was treated better than Aling Rosa, who's poor. And the moral lesson here is justice is not for the rich. It should be fair, all both rich or poor. Let's speak up when we see unfair treatment, because in truth money will never be more powerful than what's right.
Ako, solid kay Mayor Dado. Kahit anong mangyari, siya pa rin boboto ko.
Di ba nga meron siyang ongoing na kaso sa corruption?
Eh ano ngayon? Wala namang perfect. At least, tumulong siya sa fiesta.
Teka, tulong lang ba sa piyesta ang basihan nyo? Eh, hindi nyo napapansin yung kalaban, merong libreng programa na gamutan at ayuda, pero di nyo pinapansin.
Sus, taga-bundok yun. Hindi marunong makihalubilo.
So, hindi kayo tumitingin sa plataforma. Paano kayo hindi kayo botante?
Basta ako si Dado. Dahil matagal na siya sa pwesto, sanay na siya.
Grabe, kahit may sablay, okay lang sa inyo. Kaya wala nagbabago eh.
Now, we're gonna talk about bias in politics. Kahit binabagyo na kami dito. Bias in politics can clearly be seen here. I'm sure we've all heard someone say, basta solid ako sa kandidato ko, even if there are issues involved. Brina is showing blind loyalty via she support Mayor Dado no matter what, even there are signs of corruption.
At least tumulong siya sa fiesta, Brina said. And that's example of favoritism bias, giving credit for small favors like helping in a fiesta instead of looking at bigger issue that actually matter.
Taga-bundok yun. That part shows bias against background of or issue status she ignored to other candidate just because they're from the province.
Matagal na siya, sanay na sa pwesto. That's experience bias assuming someone is the best just because they've in power from a long time, even if they done wrong.
And the moral lesson here is don't vote based on loyalty, popularity, or freebies. Look at the candidate's platform, track record, and read plans to help the people. Because if you're choosing leaders based on bias, walang magbabago sa bansang ito.
Yes, of course.
Actually, we already started. It's kind of just us.
Wait, Sam, can you read us?
Rina, seriously?
Yeah, it's a group project that means more than just two of us.
But we always work together.
At ngayon naman, pag-uusapan naman natin ang bias pagdating sa pagkakaibigan. Even in the group projects.
Like that seems Rabea says, it kind of just us.
Right. That's favoritism. She didn't say no because Sam's not good. Just because Sam isn't part of their usual group.
And then says, but we always work together, that bias to choosing comfort over fairness.
And she said, we don't even hang out with Sam. That's social group bias. Excluding someone just for not being part of the in-group.
Good Rina thinks and stood up and invited Sam. That was fairness look like.
Bias starts small, but so does kindness includes others always.
Break the bias and be better.
Guys, I swear kagabi, may kumatok sa bintana namin. Walang tao. Ano yun?
Obviously. Kasi yung lola ng tito ng kapitbahay namin, ganun din yung nangyari sa kanya. After siya, matay. Rina, kwento lang yun. Walang sulit na ebidensya. Lahat naman ng tao naniniwala sa kulto. So for sure, totoo talaga yun.
Oo nga, nasa TikTok din eh. Thousands of likes. And hindi sila pwede magkamali.
Just because maraming nanonood, ibig sabihin, totoo na. Tingin ko, takot ka lang talaga. Kasi kahapon, ayaw pumasok sa CR na mag-isa. Hindi ibig sabihin yun na may multo. Iba yun! Eh, nung isang araw, nagkwento ako about sa White Lady. Tapos biglang nabasag yung plato. Hindi yun coincidence, no? Guys, logic, calm down. Those are proven.
Hey guys, now we're gonna talk. It's about ghost policy. Now, it's funny but interesting skit called Ghost. It shows how people sometimes believe in things too quickly without real proof.
And Miko right away says it's a ghost. No proof. Just a sound. That's fallacy called hasty generalization, jumping to conclusions so fast.
Next, Rina uses a story from someone she barely known, and that's an anecdotal policy, believing sometimes just because of a personal second-hand story.
And she also says everyone believes in ghosts. That's appeal to popularity, thinking something to true just because many people believe it. Another fallacy, just because it's trending on TikTok doesn't mean it's true. It appeals like popularity again.
And when Rina say a ghost caused the plate to break that false cause policy, just because it happened after story doesn't mean ghost did it.
So what's the lesson here?
The lessons is don't believe everything right away just because many people say it or viral or some spooky happened doesn't mean it's true. Use logic as question, and yes, don't panic until there's real proof, unless there are ghosts behind you.
Grabe, sore throat ang update, ang hirap ng salita.
Ay nako, Joma, hindi mo itong ginger roots ko. Lahat nakakilala ko yan ang iniinom.
Lahat talaga?
Oo, kasi nung nakaraan, nagkaroon ako ng ubo na wala agad yung ubo ko.
Eh, paano kung gumaling ka lang talaga in your own? Hindi ibig sabihin ng siya ang dahilan.
Ay nako, Lena. Lahat ng pamilya ko ininom na to.
So, dahil lang sa paniniwala, dati, ibig sabihin nun, mas epektibo or mas magaling.
Oo, epektibo talaga. Kung hindi naman epektibo yun, sana patay na kami.
Ala, parang convincing nga.
Hindi porket matagal na o maraming gumagamit, ibig sabihin na mas maganda talaga or epektibo. Mas maganda kung may scientific proof.
Basta ako herbal forever. Nature is king.
And now we're gonna talk it's about herbal policy. And now let's talk it's about a common combo when after her using herbal tea. When we're sick, but wait, may policies dito.
Lahat ng kakilala ko yun yung iniinom. That's the bandwagon fallacy. Just because maraming gumagamit doesn't mean really it works. Popular doesn't mean proven.
Nagkaubo-ubo ako kinabukasan, okay na ako. This is an anecdotal policy, using your own experience as proof, pero baka nagkataon lang na gumaling ka. One story isn't enough to say it works for all.
Lolo't lola ko pa lang herbal na. And this is appeal to tradition, sabi ni Tessa, ginagamit na daw ng pamilya nila noon pa. But remember, old doesn't always mean better or true. Lastly, check ko pa rin kung may scientific proof. Exactly, Lena. It is right. Hindi porket matagal nang ginagawa o ginagamit or marami nang gumagamit, totoo na. Pagdating sa health, kailangan scientific proof, hindi lang kwento-kwento.
And the moral lesson is be careful what you believe, lalo na kapag health ang pinag-uusapan. And natural and herbal can help, but don't depend on them without checking the facts. Using your head, not just hearsay, stay safe, stay smart.
We have to use only laptops for our project. Paper is just outdated and old-fashioned. Anyone can disagree. Just hate technology.
That is true, man, Alex. I didn't say I hate technology. I just think paper has benefits too.
Oh, well, you're just old-fashioned. Then don't get the future.
That's an ad hominem attacking me, not my point.
Look, either we're all use laptops or our project will be terrible. No other option.
That's a possibility. There's other ways to work.
Everyone in class at least you're the only one who You're the only one who is it.
That's the bandwagon fallacy. Popularity doesn't prove something's right.
Great job spotting fallacies, Jordan. Remember, modern humans focus on facts and not on dreams.
Hi guys, it's Ben and Vin again, and we're gonna talk about super important fallacies.
Yeah, fallacies are tricks or mistakes in argument that can make something sound true, even if it's not.
Like sa example na classroom seat, where Alex says, anyone who disagrees just hates technology.
That's called a strawman fallacy. Alex twists what Jordan said, making it easier to attack.
Then Alex calls Jordan old-fashioned, which is an ad hominem attacking the person, not the idea.
Alex also says, either we all use laptop and our project will be terrible. That's a false dilemma, acting like there are only two choices.
And when Alex says, everyone agrees with me, that's the bandwagon fallacy. Just because a lot of people believe something doesn't make it true.
Spotting fallacies help you avoid bad argument and think more clearly.
So next time you're debating or reading something, ask, is this a fact or is this just a policy?
Because good arguments are about logic, not tricks.
Stay smart, spot the fallacies.